चिंतन के साथ and likewise we do every weekend. Today we are going to discuss these two words with meaning and with sentences. Okay, so let's start the discussion about the same without wasting any time. And if I talk about the first word which I have selected for today's video, it is arduous. The pronunciation of this particular word is arduous. If I talk about the category of this particular word, then it is adjective. And if I talk about the meaning of this particular word, then it is either difficult or you can consider as a hard task or difficult activity. So in that case, the difficult or in that context, the difficult or hard word can be replaced by arduous. Right? I hope you understand the meaning of this particular word. Arduous means difficult thing to do, okay, or a hard thing to do, okay. So whenever we use either difficult word or hard word for any kind of activity, for any kind of task, or for any kind of thing to be done, those words can be replaced with arduous word in your day-to-day communication, and it will make your communication more effective, right? So I hope you understand the meaning and the context in which the word can be utilized. Now let's go and try to discuss the sentence which I have created for by using this particular word, right? And the first sentence is, although climbing Mount Everest is an arduous task, many people have achieved the same and become inspiration for all. We all know that climbing Mount Everest is a difficult task to do. It's not a kind of a jog, and it's not a kind of a task that every individual can do. So, because you need to climb to the biggest heights, I would say, and just because of that reason, climbing Mount Everest is a difficult task to do. And just because of that reason, right, it is not an easy task, it is a difficult task. So instead of using difficult task, I have utilized arduous task. Okay. Although climbing that mountain is an arduous task, is a difficult task, is a hard task, many people from our society have achieved the same, means they were successful, they are successful in climbing the same mountain, and then they become the inspirational source for all of us, that okay, in our life also nothing is impossible, everything can be possible. So instead of using hard word, hard task, climbing a mountain can be considered as a hard task. Instead of using climbing mountain is a difficult task, I have utilized word arduous, right? It means whenever we use either difficult or hard in the context of any task, any activity, or anything to be done, the difficult or hard word can be replaced with arduous task or arduous word. Arduous means something which is very difficult to do, okay, or which requires some more and more efforts, that can be considered as a arduous. Okay, I hope you get the idea in which context the word can be utilized. Now let me go to discuss the second sentence which I have created by using this arduous word, and the sentence is, maintaining good mental health in this period of pandemic is an arduous task, is a difficult task. See, for maintaining physical health, there are so many options are available in the market also. Let's say, for example, so many gyms are available. People used to walk. People are used to walk. People are used to do jogging. People are used to do running and all those things for maintaining physical health. But besides this physical health, there is also another concept of maintaining your mental health, maintaining your stress level, maintaining your anxiety. And that particular thing is quite difficult task in this period of pandemic, is quite difficult task. So instead of using difficult word, I have utilized word RDS task. Why maintaining good mental health in this pandemic period is quite difficult? Because people have lost their job. There is not sufficient amount of money with them to handle the expenses of their families. Okay, there is a fear of losing their jobs, and just because of all these things, their mental health is not up to the mark. And just because of this reason, maintaining good mental health in this pandemic is a difficult task to do for any individual. So instead of using difficult word, I have utilized word RDS. RDS means difficult to do, right? Okay. Now let me go to the news headline in which I have seen this particular word to be utilized. And the headline of that news article is something like that, in which one passenger was traveling from one country to another country, in which both the countries are affected by the pandemic. And the sentence or the news headline is something like this: an arduous journey into a country which is sealed off due to the pandemic. It means one passenger was traveling from one country to another country, or one passenger was making an arduous journey from one country to another country, and the destination country has no like has already sealed its boundary just because of this pandemic. So instead of using a difficult journey into a country sealed off due to pandemic, the article has utilized an arduous journey. Because see, when you travel nowadays in planes, you need to do so many things. First of all, you need to take the corona report. Then in aeroplane also, you need to sit according to the management, according to the plan that airlines has prepared. Okay, if you are not going to allow, or if you are not going to follow those kind of rules, then there will be certain problems for you. So by considering all these facts and figures and all points, right now traveling from one country to another country is a difficult journey. So instead of using difficult journey, they have utilized word arduous journey, right? So I hope you get the understanding about the context, or about the various context in which the arduous word can be utilized, right? Now let me go to the second word which I have selected for today's video, and the word is instigate. If I talk about the category of the word, then it is verb. And if I talk about the meaning of the word, then it is something like encouraging someone to do something bad. It means a kind of motivate, but in a negative way. When someone motivates another individual for doing something wrong, in that context, instead of using motivate, instead of using encourage negatively, you can straight away use word instigate. It means when somebody motivates or encourage someone to do something wrong, to do something bad, in that context we can use instigate word instead of encouraging negatively or motivate negatively. Okay, so for a negative context of motivate, for a negative context of encouragement, we can use instigate word. It means encourage someone to do something bad, right? I hope you understand the meaning of this particular word instigate. Now let me go to the sentence one by one, which I have created by using this particular word, so that you will get the idea about the different context in which the word can be utilized. and that will definitely improve your day-to-day communication. The first sentence that I have created by using this particular word is, no one should instigate students to disturb the society without concrete reason. See, we are living in the society. I'm not talking about one particular country, I'm talking about across the world. There are so many bodies are available, so many individuals are available who encourage youth to do something bad, who motivate youth to do something wrong without any concrete reason, and that should not be happening. So instead of using encouraging youth in a negative way, instead of using motivate youth in a negative way, I have straight away used word instigate. It means no one should instigate students to disturb the society without concrete reason. And just because of that reason, to some extent, it is also the responsibility of the students also not to come under the influence of such elements who can instigate them, who can motivate them in a negative way, who can encourage them in a negative way to do something wrong, which can disturb the balance of the society. Okay, so I think you now understand the context in which the word instigate can be utilized. Okay, now let me go to the sentence number 2, in which I have utilized word instigate. Again, let me repeat the meaning of this instigate word. It means encourage someone to do something wrong, motivate someone to do something wrong. So whenever we use motivate or encourage word in our communication for a negative context, those words can be replaced with instigate word, right? Okay, now the second sentence which I have created by using this particular word is, strong laws must be made against individuals who instigate youth and use them for their purpose. As I have told you earlier, there are so many entities, there are so many individuals are available across the world who instigate youth, who instigate students, who instigate people for their own benefits. And each and every government of each and every country across the world has to create or must create some stern laws or some strict laws, right? So that the individual who instigate other individuals who are innocent, who encourage other individuals for doing something wrong, who motivates other individuals for doing something wrong, it means to who instigate other individuals and take the benefit of the same. So those against those kind of individuals who are involved in this kind of activities, who instigate other people, the law must be made against them, and strict punishment should be made to all of them, so that those kind of activities can be reduced and the better society will be made. Okay, so I hope you understand both the context in which the word instigate can be utilized. Now let me go to the news headline in which I have seen the instigate word to be utilized. And if I see the headline, then headline says something like this. It is a statement from the central government, right, to the news channels, to the media channel, and the sentence is something like that. Do not show the content that may instigate violence in the society. Or I can also convert the same sentence in another way, that do not show the content that get may instigate people to do violence. So instigating people to do violence, motivate people in a negative way to do violence. So instead of using encouraging people to do violence, encouraging people in a negative way to do violence, they have straight away used word instigate people to do violence, right? So do not show content which can instigate people to do violence. That is the news headline. Okay. And now I hope you understand both these words with meaning, with category, and with sentences. And if you really feel that you have learned something new from this particular video, then do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We will meet next weekend with more words, with more meanings, and with more sentences. Till then, bye bye and be happy.